Okay, okay. Um, yeah, what can I say? What can I say? It's been a bit of a journey. It really has been. It's been a bit of a journey. I genuinely don't know where to start, you know? I don't know where to start. In all honesty and in all seriousness, I don't know where to start. Uh, a lot of conversations with a lot of people. And I'm sensing a theme. And the theme is, it's like maybe I wasted 3 months of my life. Maybe I did. But then you can't view anything as a complete waste because the truth of the matter is I got a lot of content recorded. I got a lot of things done for you know, only one first person tutor. We still a learn. Bossman teaching, Bossman digital media. Um, a little bit of Bossman Champloo, right? Um, but definitely out of many one Bossman, right? So I did a lot of content. I did a lot. And what is going to be fundamentally interesting is how, because I know what's going to happen. You know, I, I, I can see it. All right. So I use record quite a bit of my content at the school where I used to teach. Right? I used to use all of those whiteboards and record my content. And funny story, it's not something, how do I put this? It's not something I surmise that I don't think it's something that I couldn't do again. It's something I can do. It just depends on perspective. It just depends on approach, you know, because there are quite a few things that I've been trying to accomplish. And when I look at everything, I'm realizing that, you know, going to bleed into the Bossman digital media category. And I guess I'm just going to have to be a little bit more rude to everybody because I'm seeing people come to me with job offers and terms and so-called salary and what you get paid at the end of it. And I'm starting to see a trend. And the trend is, oh, you don't believe in what I'm doing. You don't believe in what I'm doing because if you did, you would not suggest, sorry, you wouldn't suggest something so undignified. You know, you wouldn't suggest something like that. realistically, you would not suggest something like that. I don't think you would. I don't think you would. So this is going to be a task because I'm going to have to find all the videos that I've ever done and I'm going to have to play them in the live. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to play them in the live. Now, let me look for this. What does it say? Oh, page 20. Okay. Page 20. No. Yeah, sorry. I'm actually looking for a video that I done. But yeah, sometimes when you're looking for a video, what tends to happen is you are searching for the title and then the thumbnail is not being previewed. So it's challenging to say the least. And I'm not able to find what it is that I'm looking for. You know. But yeah, you know. um, hold on. Give me 1 second while I try to hold on there. Give me a second while I try to find this thing. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, I I I, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. You know, I guess I'm really frustrated with the fact that you know what them say? They said that your task, like imagine having a boat that you have to move, right? And so because the size of my boulder, the magnitude of the work that I have to do is so big that it's going to take me longer to get there. It's going to take me longer to get there. And, you know, the frustration that I have is that everybody around me seems to think that like I'm just I'm just trying a thing. You know, if you understood the magnitude of what I'm trying to do, you would never try to give me advice because you're not doing what I'm doing. Like you're just not doing it. Most people who have something to say about what I am trying to achieve as a teacher, as a content creator, as anything, these people don't even scratch the surface of the work that I've done. They don't. They don't have my work ethic. They don't have my consistency. They don't have my drive. They don't have my enthusiasm. And then here they are coming around telling me what they think I should do. I realize that what I'm trying to do is no different than when I was working on being in the music industry. I traded one hell for another. Because when I was working on being a rapper, it seemed a lot more reasonable for you to not believe in that career. I would think that that would have been more reasonable for you to not believe in that. But then when I look at, you know, out of anyone boss man, first person tutor, which is only one first person tutor, you know, I don't want anybody playing with my time anymore. I think that's what's happening. Like right now, people are playing with my time and I'm just not with it. People are playing with my time. People are playing with my time. No, what we're looking at is one of my one of my whiteboards, right? It's funny because right now I'm gonna have to do without this whiteboard until you know, until, you know, this is where I get frustrated. I get frustrated because I realize that there is a question from God that you're being asked. When somebody comes to you and they offer you a job that they know makes zero sense, it doesn't make sense financially, it doesn't make sense career-wise, it doesn't even make sense as something to just occupy your time with. It doesn't make any sense. But they propose it to you like, hey, maybe you could do this. And you look at them and you go, well, why not just ask me to wear clothes that have been, you know, wrapped up in pretty much the lowest form of garbage you can find. Wrap up your clothes in that, wrap it around yourself, and go a road and compete with the madman them. Because essentially what you're asking me to do, you're not asking me to work for Arab money. You're asking me pocket money, for rehab money, right? Give me a second here.
And since this is a behind the scenes, we'll go to the full run. So I'm going to be doing this. Now, we have to be careful. Because I might be tempted to do some things that are yeah, I need to be careful, right? So this is going to go on what? The behind the scenes, right? So if you notice me doing certain things, me I pretend. Yeah? Let's see if we can mix and match. Let's see if we can make the connection between what go on this so and what go on this so. Yeah? Ready? Remember now, I have to be in character. Do not mess this up for me. Alright? Don't mess this up for me. I'm in character. I am Bossman teaching in this moment. You understand? Ready? Alright, cool. You gonna see my hand doing all kind of madness, so never mind. You understand? Alright, cool. Alright, so I know for the grand finale, we're at number 20, right? So, what we're gonna do? We have a 36 and we have a 15. Let's draw the circles there and there. Yeah? Alright. Yes. If you want to know how these things get done, yeah, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. What's wrong with me? I told you I was going to get tempted to do something stupid. I told you. I promise you, I told you. Anyway, again, this is behind the scenes, so, yeah? I will not be pausing this. So, anyway. Don't ruin it. Do not ruin it, okay? Alright? Don't. Have an agreement? Cool. Alright. They don't know. They don't know that this is happening. They don't know. Cool? Alright. So now, we have this for 36. We have this for 15. Right? 2 by 2 by 3 by 3 for the 36 and the 15 back. Right? Remember, this is blitz. So, I'm not taking too much time. So, let's put them together. Alright, good. Woo! Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I'm spoiling the magic, but what can I do? I mean, come on. Content is content. You know who I like? I like Red Witch Things. I like her. I like her. She's so funny, right? She's not just funny, but she's, you know. And you see what I tell you? I got distracted. You see? Anyway. Another day, another page. 2 by 2 by 3 by 3. That's the 36. And then we have the 3 by 5. Yeah? Alright, cool. So I'm going to put the multiplication sign on them. I have to be very careful how I go get that number now. The 7. Now this is what I didn't know it was going to be that easy. I didn't know. 3 by 3 by 3 is 27, right? So watch this. We're going to discuss it with them now, right? Cool. Alright. Remember, I'm in character. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. I got confused. I've been doing this for too long. Alright. Back in character now, yeah? Alright. Alright, now that that's together, right? Yeah, we put everything. 36 times 15 is all of this number. So, why not do this? Let's see what that gives us. Ooh. See that? Remember now, we're going to subtract 7 from that 27, and it's going to leave us with the number that we have out here. Alright, so now we have 3 by 3 by 3, which is 27. Let's see what the other number is. I'm talking like, I'm speaking like an auctional. Alright? Yeah. I forgot to mention, subtract the 7 from that 27, and it will leave you with yeah, sorry. I got carried away. Alright? So, Right, so we have a 27 and a 20. 27 minus 20 leaves us with either a plus or minus 7. It just depends. Alright, so if we want the minus 7, the larger number needs to be negative. Alright, just remember that. Alright. So the larger number has to be negative, right? So we'll do that. Yeah, sorry. Again, I'm distracted. Yeah? Hopefully you're entertained. Hopefully. No, my tie is a little bit, whatever. Anyway. Now remember, screenshot that. Yeah? Screenshot this. Cool? Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. This is how I make content. What's wrong with you? Anyway, gonna get rid of that. Technically, this is the screenshot. I can actually screenshot it while I'm talking to you. Yeah, see? I just did it. You never know about that. Multitasking. Yeah. You don't know about me? You know about me. You don't know me, son? Yeah, I'm a David Goggins, you. You know, that's for another page. Redwich things, just know, secretly, I love you. Not so secretly. Sorry. Ah! Oh, crap. See? Look at what I did. It's the wrong sign I use. Alright, whoa. That's a little bit too, yeah. Alright. And then we have this. Hold on there. I want to make it a bit perfect, you know? Alright, good. Let's see. Is that set up the way that I want it to be? Yes. Minus 27 plus 20 is a minus 7. And there we are. Oh. Ugh. See what I have to go through? Dress rehearsal, guys. Anyhow, remember, back in character. Alright, so now, set up like this. We are going to drop the brackets, yeah? What am I missing? Now the HCF of 20 and 15 is going to be 5. That's pretty easy, right? Divide 20x by plus 5. For a positive 4x. And of course, divide minus 15 by the plus 5 to get a minus 3. Now we're going to copy that over here. This is how I get my content done. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah. My tie is killing me. Alright. That's crazy. Alright. It works. Divide minus 27x by minus 3. Alright, so now we're going to divide what? Minus 27x by the minus 3. The minus is cancelled. 27x over 3 is going to give you yeah, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So now that we have this and this, we're going to drop 2 brackets, right? 1 bracket here and another bracket here. Yeah. Thank God. We're almost there. Alright, so now that we're here, we're going to just drop the brackets now. So now, it's going to go from this to this, and then finally And then finally, like this. Finally, we are at number 20. We did the first 20, the AC method, using prime numbers to factorize the question. Yeah, it was a run. It was a run. It was a good speed run. At least I don't know how fast I got that done. Honestly, I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for helping me to stay consistent. And as I always tell you, now this is the part where I go over there and tell them to honor their commitment. So give me a second while I actually do that. You're going to hear me saying it in the background. So yeah, no, I'm not even joking. You think I'm kidding? Watch. And as I always tell you, honor your commitments. Press this button here and honor your commitments. I might be over here too. Oh, you. We could watch this together, you know. We could. You know, we could do that. I mean, I'm spending time with you guys anyway. Why not? Alright, hold on. Give me a second. Come, hold on. Let me pause. Hopefully, it actually come out good. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully.
And now we get the copy and paste that right here. So minus 98 divided by minus 3. You get the positive.
No, talk about meta. How about that? Yeah? This is what the definition of meta is.
Brackets.
Yeah.
We'll have this followed by this, and then finally something like this. So
Listen.
we're done with 16. Now for 17.
I'm done for the day. I'm done. Oh my god, that was stressful. So now I have to now double check that and see if it came out the way it should. Yeah, so that was our behind the scenes run, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Oh man. Anyway, yeah, so this is a good one. I don't think I'm going to do this all the time. This is exhausting. I mean, I can do this every now and then, but I can't, like, recording while I'm doing the edit in a minute. Nah, can't do it for all of them. Like maybe one video I can get away with it, but not the whole of them. Not the whole of them. Nah, more dead. Can't stress out myself like that. No, I understand why a lot of content creators, they feel the way they feel, because it's only for work. And when people tell you, yo, get up and get a real job and them something there, this people, them don't diss them. You don't know how much work going into this, you don't know. So, see, we even have to edit out that noise, so that it's not obvious where we are and that we shooting in the middle of, you know, peak hour traffic and them things, you know what I mean? So anyhow, you see that? I'm so tired. I was trying to say anyhow and anyway, and my brain just couldn't decide which one I was going to use. Anyhow. Alright, anyhow. See, this is how slangs are created. Anyhow. Not anyway, anyhow. Yeah, man. Anyhow. Thank you for wasting your time with me. Alright? I'm tired. I don't really want to do nothing else. Actually, you see, I don't even want to talk about it because I have some other things to. So, after doing this, I'm now going to have to do the completing the square. That now, me not try blitz that none time. Cause I could, you know. I could blitz it. I could. There's a way that I could do it. Because all I have to do is set it out and then write the thing name and then say, hey, this is what's going to happen. And that way, yeah, it can do. It's just that it's going to be if I thought this was a problem, don't get me wrong. It's not impossible, but I have to be very careful. You know what's funny? That girl is Jamaican. Yeah, sorry, my brain went on a tangent. No, there are certain things that she do and the way she talk. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Red Witch things, right? I'm not supposed to be talking about her here, because, but then again, this is real me, so I'm allowed to be myself, right? So I go on many tangents, right? That's the reason why there's out of many 1Bossman, because that's what my brain does. This is the teaching, and then over there is digital media, and then the cinema, and then the Champloo. You get what I'm saying? So you'll hear me talk about hip hop and battle rap. You'll hear me talk about calisthenics and MMA. You'll hear me talk about anime and the blacklist and things like that. You know, let's say for example, what was I doing? Oh yeah, there's a thing. See, when I do conversion of metric units, imperial to metric and metric to metric and imperial to imperial, one of the things that I tell my students is you have a 1 over here, like 1 yard equal 36 inches, and then what you do is you put the number that you want to convert, put it on both sides of the equal sign, and then look for the like terms, right? So therefore, if you have a Uzumaki and a Uzumaki, and sorry, see how I ruined that? I'm doing this for too long. A Uzumaki and a Uzumaki, and an Uchiha and a Uzumaki. When you see them mix up, you're like, alright, this can't work. Waffle. Birds of a feather flock together. That was the vibe. That was the energy. Anyway, so I was doing this thing where I did a gesticulation, and I said you have to be careful, right? And I said that, and then I find myself saying, but wait there, but Red Witch things do that too. But it's the way she do it. Like, and of course, you know, she have this, like, she's a different type of woman. Different. She's a different type of woman, you see me? No, but I don't, it's not even like for the superficial reason, because most people would love her because, yo, she's attractive, and but the thing is, she has incredible not just articulation, but she executes her point very well. You see me? Like she's just sharp. You see me? So it's like if you had to be a sapiosexual about any person on the planet, definitely Red Witch things, for sure. Yeah, man. Anytime I come across her video, I just like and repost. The only thing I want her to do now is just free up the download button, please. Cause it don't make sense. I need to be able to share it on WhatsApp. I need to. Unless I record it with my phone. I don't want to do that. Just free up the download button. That's, I can share the thing. Unless, of course, you're getting paid for that. And you can't free it. So, listen, this social media thing, it mash up a whole heap of people. Because no, you can't even be a decent human being and say, I'd love to release the download button, but if I do it, nah, I need my money. Yo, peanut dread where you there? Yeah, man, that's why wickedness can't done. Now, you see why all of that is relevant, right? Because she always talks about her Jamaican father. And she said her Jamaican father, or yard father. That man there, she said, that man's voice was deep. It was rough. And she's like, he never made me get away with nothing. You know, she's like, I had to explain myself to him. You see me? Well, if I respect my affair though, like, because a lot of what she says, she does a lot of things intentionally. Like, she'll be in the middle of making a point, and then she'll be like, and no. Yeah, like, she does things like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, she will burst out laughing, because I don't know what it was, but something she find really funny, and then she pause it and come back, and catch her, listen, she finds a lot of things funny. The stupidity of humankind, she find them funny. You understand? So she's like, 90% of you men, you can't say ish to me. 90% of you women, you can't say ish to me. Why? Because you put up with anything. And don't get me wrong, every time I listen to her, I say, yeah, I used to be that. I used to put up with holy for this. But even recently, like I see certain things, I'm put up with it up to a point. And then when we realize, say, yeah, I'm tired, I'm drop that. You know. as you get older, you get better at these type of things because you know, I life. You have to learn. You have to learn. Say no because you like small, it means say you have to put up with what him do. This is more of a one yeah. 1 JM. Let me just say that 1 JM. If you know, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not load it up, load it up, load it up. But if you know, you know. Anyhow, I'm sorry for the marathon. I'm sorry. Anyhow, one was for the swift and the other one was for those who can endure. And this is for those who can endure. And I endured. Anyway, I'm not chat off for no years no longer. We done all the factorizing we could do. Now it's time to complete the square. Yeah. Thanks for helping us all our way. Because remember, what is a talent? A talent is a scapegoat for your mental illness. Remember that. You see what I'm saying, right?
You know, I genuinely forgot that I made this video, and I feel like this was, I think this was a video that I needed. I really needed this video. Well, this video reminded me that a lot of the things that I did when I did them wasn't a waste of time. You know, it wasn't a waste. It wasn't all for naught. You know, because I experimented, I worked, I figured things out, you know. I figured out, you know, finding the middle term. You have 36, you have 15. So that means you have 2 by 2, by 3 by 3, by 3 by 5. You put the threes together, that gives you 27. Now you subtract 7 from 27, leave you 20, but 225 is the same as 20. There's a lot, you know, there's a lot that I did in this space, in this particular time. And I made a lot of changes, you know. I mean, when you look at the board right there, you're not even seeing the number 1 in front of Bossman Teaching. And that is a recent thing that I've done to improve the branding and my SEO for my um my pages, right? Because I always ask myself a question. Like, I have this slogan that says, since we all have an agreement and we all understand, this has been out of many one boss man, right? Now, the question really is, why call it out of many one boss man if all of us are not called one boss man? So you're going to have one Bossman Teaching, one Bossman Digital Media, one Bossman Cinema, YT for YouTube, and one Bossman Champloo. And what's interesting is that the number 1 is, I wouldn't call it synthetic. I would say that it's symbolic mathematically. If you multiply 1 by anything, you get that same anything. So if you multiply 1 by Bossman Teaching, you will still get Bossman Teaching, right? You multiply 1 by Bossman Digital Media, you still get Bossman Digital Media, right? Now, this video did a good job of I guess putting some degree of faith back into myself. You know, I get so tired of being led astray. You know, I mean, because I know what it is to accept a job for literally nothing. Never yield to the temptation of desperation. Desperation is not a place where you want to be mentally or in any capacity. I'd rather be desperate for success. I can't be desperate for a small amount of money, especially when I can make more. One of the problems I have with people is that everybody want to tell you what they would do, what they think you should do, and it don't make any sense. It makes zero amount of sense. The way I see it is, I need to improve my my discipline, but it depends on what area. A lot of people they don't seem to understand that it is not what you do. It's about the way it's about the way you die. It is about the way you do it every day. Hence, it's about the way you die. I've always separated myself because I realize that a lot of people they follow the flock, they follow the herd, they follow what is popular, they do what is trending. And why that's interesting too is because everybody likes to tell you how much they believe in being an entrepreneur and how much they're ready to take their life serious. And then they turn around and they say something to you and you go, wait. Now, this goes against everything that you've said to me. Everything. Nowadays, I find myself spending time with people who understand the value of the things that I'm doing for them. And I feel like that's what I need to do in my life. So let me put it another way. If there are people struggling with mathematics SBAs or even social studies SBAs, I'm going to put that on the table. I'm going to put it on the table and say, you know what? If you're struggling with that, I'm going to I'm going to make it a point of duty where, yeah, you contact me on any and all possible platforms. Doesn't matter in what capacity, right? You can contact me on only one first only one first person tutor. You can contact me on We Still a Learn, or you can contact me right here at Bossman Teaching, or as I say, one Bossman Teaching, which is the same as Bossman Teaching, because if you multiply one by anything, it is the same as that anything, right? One times the letter M is just M. One times the letter X is just X. I am exhausted because I am surrounded. I'm surrounded by people who don't. I feel like they specialize in not getting the point. I am going to utilize, and I'm gonna look at the calendar. The next 3 weeks of my life, I have to make it count. I have to make those 3 weeks of my life count. Yep. Life is a beautiful thing for many reasons. Because when you stop and you think, you can capitalize on all opportunities by creating something that people didn't know that they wanted. What if you had a service where you literally help people with their SBAs? I can only help you with two. Let me apologize for my slurring. I can only help you with two: social studies and mathematics. I can only help with. There's so much that I'm trying to do. So the truth, I know what I need to do. I have a friend of mine that I need to collaborate with. I'm going to do that. I just have people that I can work with that I'm not doing that. I'm not waiting on a handout or anything like that. I'm just gonna get the work done. I'm just going to get the work done. Hmm. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Hmm. I've quite a few videos to go through. Quite a few. But watch this. One of the things that frustrate me too is that people have this knack to they want to they want your success to come out of thin air. You must just become successful and it must just happen out of the blue. They want you to be an overnight success and they're not. And I'll say this, if you're not contributing to my success, then don't celebrate me when it finally happens. Because when it finally does happen, I'm leaving you out of the celebration. Because on this, you were telling me to go, you were telling me, oh, maybe you should go here and go here and go here. So if why would I celebrate with people that never believed in me in the first place? Why would I do that? Why would I celebrate with the same people that don't believe in me? I think A big part of what has happened with me is that I have to not get distracted anymore because I've been distracted for the past couple of days. I really have, right? And I'm going to tell you when it started. It started the Monday of the 31st of May, that day. I made some adjustments in order to accommodate for quite a few things. You know, it's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. The amount of work that I have to pump out, I often ask myself if I can do it. And I can do it. I just need to be more disciplined because it's no skin off my nose to get up every day in the morning and represent as out of many one boss man. Or what are you gonna do today? Or I'm gonna post here as this. What are you gonna post today? Or I'm gonna post after he does. You know, I need to live up to it. Honor my commitments. Honestly, I'm at war with my own. And my frustration is with the people that have demonstrated that they don't believe in me. And when I see that people don't believe in me, I just don't want them celebrating with me when it happens. I just don't want that to be the case. Don't want to celebrate with people I never believe. Because people don't understand that an ingredient for success is belief. I mean, you can work and 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 work, but you have to have the belief. But you can't believe and believe and believe and believe and believe and believe and do no work. You have to work and believe. You have to work and believe. You have to bob and weave. You have to work and believe. So I don't go make anybody waste my time. If it means that I have to do a marathon every Saturday and Sunday, right? Every Saturday and Sunday, do a marathon. Fine. I have to find time to do all of my platforms every day for the entire month from everything, might as well. What do I have to lose? What do I have to lose? That was my knuckle, by the way. What do I have to lose? I literally have nothing to lose. It's a lot. It really is a lot. It really is a lot. It's a lot, man. This whole ordeal threw me off my game. Threw me off. And it's too much. You know? It's too much. I can tell you, or I can show you better than I can tell you. Wait, what is this? Oh, whew, thank God. I wanted to go to whiteboard class. Okay. So let me just what's happening, right? Let me show you some madness about what's going on, right? We have this, right? We have that going on. 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 We also have that going on. We have that going on. What else do we have going on? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dear God, this is this this is more like to no, no, this is where I go behind the scenes, right? Damn, like I really have to point this out. I don't think people understand what I'm doing, right? Yep. I'm just putting that out there. There's a lot for me to do. All of this is just me. My God, all of this is just me. And I have two other pages too. I don't even want to talk about that. But I believe they plant the trees, not they eat the fruit. There are quite a lot of things for me to do. Right? Quite a lot. Just looking at this, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting a heavy emphasis on JC Winning, but everything else, yeah. I'll work on those 7 for sure. Bossman JC Winning is just a place for me to do like what I'm doing here right now. But anyway, I suppose another time I shall return. I will be seeing you guys. We're to try and develop a better timetable, stick to it. It's been hard to do that, but Thanks for helping me to stay consistent. As I always tell you,